let me know when to go to commercials.
How do you send this out as a link? Isn't there a way in here to...
If you got to back out.
To like there or something? There it is. Check it out. Awesome. Thank you.
Albert's running right now.
Teams, high school and collegiate sports. We personalize your gear with embroidery, screen printing, digitizing, and graphic design with on-site services to deliver quality uniforms, spirit wear, and fulfill every equipment need. Order online now at albertsportinggoods.com.
Here at TLC, we expanded our business, so we wanted the security of knowing exactly where all the kids are and what's going on in each of the rooms. We chose Fowler's because we've done all our televisions with them, and they mentioned they have security systems. So we just wanted to go out and look at it, and they were very upfront, and they do excellent work from start to finish. And so we chose Fowler's TV. It's been great for us here at TLC Learning Center, and Fowler's TV would be great for anyone.
Hello, I'm Dr. Ellen Hunter, owner of Family Audiology Associates with offices in Salina and St. Mary's. I am a St. Mary's Memorial graduate and a proud supporter of our Auglaize and Mercer County community. Since 2004, my staff and I have tested and treated the hearing imbalance of many of our infants, children, adults, and elderly in our community, and we would be proud for you or your loved one to be one of our next patients. Call Family Audiology Associates today, your hometown hearing experts, and go Riders!
St. Mary's Legion Post 323, veterans working for veterans and the future of our country. St. Mary's Legion Post 323 also donates thousands of dollars each year to local summer programs such as Boys State, Girls State, scholarships in education, Boy Scouts, oratorical, and shooting sports. St. Mary's Legion Post 323, remembering the past, living the present, and working for the future.
Auglaize Equipment Rental is your source for all your equipment needs. Whether you're a contractor or a homeowner with a project, we can help get the job done more efficiently. Check us out at 1900 Salina Road or AuglaizeEquipmentRental.com or just call 419-394-7883. Auglaize Equipment Rental.
I'll check it every once in a while, make sure it's okay.
Plus One Professionals Real Estate always goes the extra mile. Besides listing and selling, they offer free use of their moving van and a free interior design consultation to their customers. Plus One Professionals, going the extra mile.
And speaking of great teams, St. Mary's Foundry would like to thank its very own team of hardworking employees for their loyalty and dedication. If you're looking for rewarding challenges and first-string wages and benefits, check us out at stmfoundry.com.
Yeah, now I'll never know if our volume's good or not, so I would assume so.
Foundry, where iron and ingenuity meet.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Rider Nation broadcast. My name is Howie Spencer, and alongside me is Lance Abraham. Lance, how you doing?
Awesome. Looking forward to a great night of soccer.
Oh, certainly. We are so happy that we can bring this regional semifinal game tonight here at Clyde High School. We have the St. Mary's Memorial Riders versus the Lexington Minutemen. And on paper, I'm not going to lie, very similar. Very similar.
Yeah, the records look similar, and the teams that they've played, the competition that they've seen, especially recently in the postseason, it should be a great matchup, Howie.
Yeah, certainly. And to give you a little bit of facts, right now the St. Mary's Riders are at 18-2-1 for their record. Their two losses include Salina in the regular season and Ontario. Salina was 0-3, Ontario 0-1. We have one tie, which is Troy, for the score of love, as they say in tennis, 0-0. The goals for the Riders, we have 91 total goals. The average per game is 4.33. Goals against for the entire season so far is 11, and the average goals against in a game is 0.5.
It's very stingy,
yes.
Extremely stingy. But that's you can give credit to the Rough Riders' backs. Their defense is amazing, very strong and aggressive. And, of course, the keepers, which they have changed keepers a little bit this year due to injuries, but with Ballweg protecting the net, they're very stingy when it comes to giving up goals.
Yes. And previously, the St. Mary's Riders defeated the Salina Bulldogs in the district finals. What an incredible match that was, seeing these two WBL teams going at it once again, with St. Mary's ending on top, with Keller getting that winning goal, making the score 1-0. And it kind of defined that St. Mary's was the WBL champs at the very end. Now looking over towards Lexington. Lexington is at 15-3-1. Their losses would include Rocky River, Bay, and St. John's. Now the connection that these two teams have is Ontario. In the regular season, St. Mary's lost to Ontario 0-1. Now Lexington, on the other hand, has beaten them twice, regular season and in the playoffs.
And if you look at Lexington's losses, again, look at the margin of difference there, right? One goal for every single game. So nobody blew them out. Nobody ran away with them. They kept it tight in each of their contests.
Certainly. Goals for Lexington would be at 94. Their goals for average is at 4.48. Goals against would be 13. And goals against average is 0.6. Once again, that's going to be a decent back line that we're going to see with these two teams. And as you can now hopefully see, we got both teams walking down here on the 50-yard line as we get ready for tonight's contest. Once again, the St. Mary's Riders and the Lexington Minutemen. And we will now be taking the time to play the national anthem. Alrighty, and we are back. Once again, this is just going to be a fantastic night of soccer. We have traveled pretty much 2 hours away here at Clyde High School, and we will now be getting ready for the starting lineup and the rest of the players for both teams. And here, as we're doing the starters now for the Lexington Minutemen, excuse me, we have in the goal, Nolan Stewart. We have number 2, Will Perkins. We got number 6, Brody Eric. We have number 7, Jack Heibel. We have number 8, Lucas Dove. We have number 9, Zachary Turlow. We have number 10, Jackson Husty. We have number 11, Iram Sanchez. We have 12, Jay Max. We have number 13, Dylan George. And lastly, we have number 16, Terrence Corbin. And that is your starting lineup here for the Lexington Minutemen. Now for your St. Mary's Riders. We have number 1, senior, Cody Burt. We have number 2 for the Riders, Will Manker. We have number 4, Doug Rupert. Number 3, Connor Rust. Number 7, Vinny Holtzapple. We have number 9, Adam Shivington. Number 13, Braden Keller. Number 16, Brady Triplett. Number 22, Owen Will. 23, Owen Will. And number 26, Reese Triplett. And in the goal, we have our senior, Caden Ballwig. And doing a shout-out to the head coach here for the Riders, James Holtzapple, who's had an incredible season so far here with the Riders, tying the WBL with Shawnee, Salina. Incredible effort that we've seen so far and growth from this team as they are now here in the regional semifinals. I think the game for tonight, what I saw from last week is their enormous amount of possession on the ground. And it was a little windy, so keeping that ball up in the air was not the best attack for the offense. But the possession that I saw from that St. Mary's team, it was with the mindset of we're going to win and we're going to move on. We're going to keep on competing for as long as we can.
Yep. And possession tonight's going to be very important. How you've played on turf, it's a completely different dynamic than on a grass pitch. Generally, in many ways, the players don't like it as much. They'll like the pace of it, but there'll be a lot of balls that will go out. You'll see a lot more throw-ins tonight than you typically would. So possession in those conditions is going to be very important.
Yes, certainly. And I saw the boys, the St. Mary's Riders, practicing on the turf here at home, back in St. Mary's, getting ready for what the pace is going to be like with the ball. And here the game has begun. St. Mary's with the ball. St. Mary's dropping back, working possession, passing out to Vinny Holtzapple. Vinny connecting to Rupert and switching sides. Pass to Triplett. Unlucky touch leads to the possession now for the Minutemen. Lexington working that far side on this little counter inside the box. Deep drop back. And you can tell that the pace of this game is going to be quick. Seeing great agility and footwork so far from these teams.
Yeah, yep. As we expect, the ball is going to be moving a little bit quicker. Now, the good thing about it, Howie, is you can predict the pass.
Yep.
Much easier, less chances of a bad bounce. It may skip off the turf a little bit, but otherwise it should be very controllable, as you've seen so far in the game.
For sure. Senior Cody Burt now with the ball. Little given one touch right there by Rupert, not able to connect. Now possible attack, but the ball just long. And as you can see, the ball is going to get on that far side and roll out. Leads to a throw-in now for the Riders.
You'll have to probably look carefully on the screen as you're watching the game tonight is which line are you looking for.
Yeah.
The football lines are very pronounced at probably 50 yards wide. Well, 50 yards wide and 100 long. Soccer is going to be more like 60 wide by 110 or maybe even 120 yards. So you'll have to find that far wide line for the out of bounds for tonight.
St. Mary's back here with possible attack, but a nice clean slide tackle by Lexington. And Lexington still back with the ball, now controlling it on the ground. Going nice through ball. Intercepted, though, by Triplett in the back. And I believe you got a call of offsides.
Yeah, I didn't see the flag go up, but I'm sure that's what it's going to be. And the ball will be spotted with an indirect kick from the point of the offsides. And their attack, we don't have as good angle as the referee has here, Howie, but their attack is right at shoulder to shoulder. That player may have left just maybe an inch or two early.
Yep, good observation.
And our defensive line is very good at keeping a nice flat line.
Yep. Deep drop back to the keeper, Ballwig. Ballwig clearing the ball back up into the chest of Lexington. Now St. Mary's back here with the ball. Intercepted by Lexington. Lexington with some nice crisp passes, working that far side, looking for a drop back or switching sides. A nice drop. Back down the sideline.
Even the player there has to figure out which line he's looking at. You got yellow, blue, white, and then finally gray, and that's the line he put his feet on.
Taking a shot opportunity deflected by St. Mary's defender. Now to Triplett. Back to Will. And looks like we're going to have some type of infraction. Leads to a direct here for Lexington.
Yeah, they have a free kick, and I can't tell if it was handling or a penalty assessed against the Rough Riders. Either way, Minutemen ball.
Tell you what, that was an opportunity that was a little scary here for the Riders. Great job by Lexington with that ball. On frame, but it goes to the hands of Ballwig.
Fortunately, we got Ballwig back there, very tall, strong player, and very sure hands. And he timed that jump on that kick.
St. Mary's trying to cross the ball in the middle of the box. Now cleared out by Lexington. Vinny Holtzapple in the back. Smart move, trying to use his head to get it outside. Leads Lexington still with the ball, dropping back on the far side. Ball still in. I love the one-touches that I'm seeing here from Lexington right now.
Mm-hmm. That's a big advantage of the turf, is you can feel very confident you're going to get a good one-touch. You should see a lot of those tonight, more than you normally would.
Great step here by Keller. Keller now with the ball, passing towards the inside to Burt. And we're going to have a call.
Yep, should be a direct, so it was a trip from behind. Unintentional, I believe, although as you could easily assess the card there, yellow or red. Direct kick coming for St. Mary's now, Howie.
Vinny Holtzapple here with the direct. Ball's up in the air. In the box, headed away by Lexington. Nice step by Lexington now here with a possible attack. And deflected off, which will lead to a Lexington throw-in.
Yeah, we may not have meant to put it out of bounds there, Howie, but there's nothing wrong with a reset there, right?
Yep.
Lexington looked like they could take a run. They didn't have a lot of men on the run, but they could take a run there, and now Riders get a chance to reset, cover man.
Safety, safety. Series of headers happening. Now back into the feet of Lexington. And looks like we'll have a call against Lexington, which leads to a free kick here for the Riders.
Yeah, we got a direct here for Holtzapple. Not going to put it on frame necessarily, but putting it into play.
Rupert now trying to work possession down, keep the ball down on the ground. Right foot inside the box to Keller, deflected, and into the hands of the keeper. Nice opportunity there by the Riders.
Well, I like that misdirection that Keller took the ball out of the air and then change it. Not misdirection meaning a mistake, but that change in direction was very nice. And then I don't know if the Minutemen backs meant to do that. Just kicking a ball back there, Howie, as you know, extremely dangerous.
Yeah.
That ball can bounce right back into your net.
Believe that was Manker passing over to our side. Gets intercepted, though, by Lexington, but Doug Rupert there with the nice step, and he's going to be working down the sideline. Nice through ball to St. Mary's. Still on the feet, and now intercepted by Lexington.
Again, a little bit hard to see. You got a gray line there, so the top of the 18 mark for Ballwig. He can see a lot better than we do, and he picks it up right just at the top of the 18.
Ball won by St. Mary's, but now back into possession for Lexington. Lexington controlling down, working the sideline. And great foot skills right now by both teams. And due to turf, unlucky touch by St. Mary's. But back into the feet. Keller looking to go in towards the middle. Connected to Will. And goes out of bounds.
Yeah, that would have gone out on grass, but really nice series of passing there.
Yep.
And you may not be able to hear it. Even we can't hear it that well, Howie. There was great communication on that play because you saw a player drop and another one overlapped them. They had to talk to each other to pick that up.
Lexington now clearing the ball up. Headed back from Vinny Holtzapfel. Back into the feet of Will Manker. Will passing in towards the center. Keller now picking up the ball. And now possessed by Lexington. Unlucky pass. Goes into the feet of the Rough Riders. Advantage is on. And a nice step there by Lexington leads to the ball going out of bounds. And should be a throw-in here for the Riders.
We got a 3-referee crew here, Howie, typical of this level of ball, and they're doing a great job with their hand motions.
Believe we should have the first corner kick of the night for the Riders.
Nice to see that, early in the game, fairly early in the game still. And last touch off of the Minutemen over the end line results in a corner kick for the Rough Riders. And who do you see taking the corner, Howie?
Bad angle right now. I can't tell if that's
could be triplet. I feel like it's triplet, but all I see is a shoe tying going on.
And I believe it's Brady triplet.
Yep. Yeah, I assume he's going to go with a long corner here, put it on frame.
Too much power on the backside now into the hands of the Lexington Minutemen working that far side. And you can see from the turf that was just too big of a touch, intercepted there by the Riders. The Riders now trying to work the ball down the sideline. Manker still with the ball, passing to Will, and leads to another corner kick here for the Riders.
Very good. Yep, very good. See if they change the strategy a little bit. Triplet flew that last one over the frame. Nothing wrong with looking at a backside header, but I'm going to guess that Coach Holtzapfel would like to see that in the box and challenge that keeper.
Yes. Believe Brady's taking.
Yep, triplet with the corner.
Heading opportunity just goes high and left. Great opportunity, though, for the Riders, putting the pressure on the Lexington Minutemen right now.
Yeah, it's really nice to see that. 2 corners already, none for the Minutemen. Each corner it's not a free throw, but it's a good chance at a shot.
Yep.
It's a great angle of attack coming from the corner to the center, and you saw that corner off of triplet into the header off of Holtzapfel just over the top of the frame. That can go backside.
Yep. Now here's Rupert working the ball, dropping back, and unlucky touch leads to it going out of bounds. Vinny Holtzapfel there with the header, goes out of bounds, leads to another throw-in here for Lexington.
No, I don't count up the throw-ins, Howie, but as we said, I would expect a lot of them. There's no offsides on a throw-in, so on a turf field, you can take advantage of those throw-ins.
Yes. Headed away by Holtzapfel. Ball still up in the air and should now be into the feet of Triplet. Passing back, and one touch by Will. Now with Lexington passing over to our near side, inside. St. Mary's trying to work the ball away, and we have a hand call.
So a handling call results in a free kick from the point of the handling.
Nice clear away by Lexington. Good first touch, working the ball down on the ground, drops back. Eyes are up here, but you can see by Lexington, putting a nice geometrical shape to all of their passes. You can see the shape as they're moving forward and backwards with their series of passes.
Seeing a very physical action, especially on that last series. Of course, Burt will give it. He'll draw it, and he'll give it right back. And the referees deemed that was a lot of direction of ball, which is really good to see. Very clean play, but extremely physical.
Throw inside the box. Drop back. Intended to cross inside. It goes off the foot in the wrong way and leads to a goal kick here for the Riders.
Yeah, I don't know if he intended to put that ball up high maybe for a header, just trying a different angle of attack, or if he just missed it. I'm not sure.
I believe he had a sub in here for the Riders, senior Aiden Jeffries. Jeffries has suffered from an injury. I'm glad to see that he's doing well and he's now able to get back in this game as a senior captain.
Yeah, Jeffries is a strong, fast player, the leadership that the team needs, and both teams playing very well now. A little difference that Jeffries can bring to the game can make a big difference in the game here. And Jeffries had a little bit of rest time towards the end of the regular season, even a little bit during the playoffs, during games that weren't as tough. So he should be well rested and ready to roll.
Yes. Should have a throw in here for the Riders.
Howie, we're going to have 100 throw-ins in this game.
Oh, yeah. All right, here's Lexington passing the ball down on our side, working the sideline. Doug Rupert there able to get the stop. Connor Russ now sees some green, and he goes for a through ball to Keller, but just a little bit too much power, and was able to be cleared out by Lexington. Triplet on the far side, working, trying to get that ball. Good footwork, passing down to Jeffries. Jeffries with an unlucky touch. Leads to Lexington possession. Good possession we're seeing here. Working all sides of the fields. Headed away by Burt. Now Doug Rupert here with some green. Going to switch the fields. Keller back with the ball. With Lexington, though, with a great step and putting enormous pressure on, leading to the ball being taken away.
I'm going to assume the Rough Rider players were saying man hard. If not, Coach Holtz-Apple's going to let them hear it right now that you got to let your players know when somebody's in your blind spot.
Now here's a possible attacking situation that we might see here. Taking the shot off and shot straight to the keeper. Saved by Ballwig. Ballwig taking his time now, letting his team recover a little bit, and now the ball's off.
You want to take the shots that you can, but you probably saw the same thing that we all saw on that one. There were 6 Rough Riders back, and Lexington player took it on his own. And maybe that's what they've lived on this year and done very well at, but I'm sure a little bit of teamwork there is what their coach is asking for right now.
That might lead to a better outcome. Burt's triplet back to Burt. Now working down to Jeffries with the one touch. Intercepted, though, by the Minutemen. Connor Rust.
I think he wanted that ball in the middle, just mishit it a little bit. I'm not sure if the wind is a factor tonight, Howie. There is a little bit of wind. It's a beautiful night.
Oh, it is, yes.
Cool for the fans. It'll be really nice for the players.
Yes. Lexington on the far side taking a shot, just goes left of the bar, leads to a goal kick here for the Riders.
So far, Howie, we've seen really 2 angles of attack from the Minutemen. I haven't seen a through ball at the middle yet.
Nope.
And have not seen one over the top. Basically, it's been a player trying to penetrate 2 or more players on either side and then taking the shot.
Yep.
And again, I haven't seen them a lot this year, so I don't know if that's their normal angle of attack. Right now, it's not working, which is great for us.
Yep. All right, possession continued here by Lexington. Going on the left side, though, it is intercepted by St. Mary's, but back into the feet of Lexington. The one thing I think that St. Mary's could do a better job is with the direction of the pass. When they're trying to work, a lot of times going directly to their opponents, which leads to 0 opportunities. But here's a possible attacking opportunity with the through ball. And kicked out of bounds, leads to a throw in here for the Riders. I don't think both coaches are going to be happy about that one. The ball bouncing around the middle of the box there for a couple times.
Yeah, I'm sure you'd hear settle a lot.
Overall, what you can see, though, is very good control by these teams, though.
For the most part, yeah. I do see that the Minutemen are they like the big boot to clear to get it to at least the 50. That's certainly not Rough Rider style because you would say don't just kick it, right? Mm-hmm. Have a purpose, but it seems to be working for Lexington. Boy, it's nice having the yard markers, Howie. You can tell exactly how far somebody's throwing it, how far somebody's kicking it.
That is true.
That was a tremendous throw.
Yes.
35-yard throw in.
All right, here's Lexington now with the ball passing on our side of the field. Passing back in, looking for potential cross, but we're going to have no call being made. So here's Rupert now working the middle of the field, has some grass and has some turf in front of him, but taken away, though, by the Lexington defenders.
That was a lot of contact, direction of the ball. Maybe the player got his feet together and got off balance, and then they gave it right back to the Rough Riders with no call, which is, again, fine as long as the referees keep control of the game.
Yes. Vinny Holtzapfel here with some time, looking up for all of his options, decides to switch the field to the rest of his defenders. Now we're on the far side of the ball. Nice quick pass to Manker, and it looks like we're going to have a call there against Lexington. Leads to a direct here for the Riders.
Should see Holtzapfel with direct. With some wind at his back, he could maybe try to put this on frame, and you all can see how far it's going to be.
And booted out there by Lexington, leads to a throw-in for the Riders.
Got a sub for the Rough Riders.
I want to say number 24, Will Ross.
I think so. Yeah, I know that Will Menker stepped off the turf, off the pitch.
Okay, attacking opportunity here for Lexington. We had a nice even match. Now we got a nice abundance of riders there in the back. And now Keller here with the attack. With some time, depending on where he's going to go, if he goes down the sideline, and it's going to be a throw-in here for the Riders.
You definitely saw a miscommunication there just a moment ago for the Minutemen. Keller came up in the blind spot, and nobody told him, and he was able to take that ball away.
Connor Russ there with the throw-in. See if we can control the ball down a little bit. All right, and here's Lexington going to get on the far side.
They do love to use the entire width of the field,
They
Lexington
do.
does.
Yeah.
They're going pretty much line to line when they can.
Now you can see the speed from Lexington. Lexington going towards the inside for a cross, but nobody there. A nice ground pass. Very dangerous for the Riders, which could have led to a goal. But we will have a throw-in now for the Riders.
Yeah, you could see the player, sorry about that, Howie, that made that run. He kind of put his hands up, and I'm not sure if it was, hey, I had contact, or where was my guys on the backside to clean that up.
Yeah.
We call that the trash can play. Where you at on the backside, pick it up, put it in. But, you can't be offsides on that.
Yep.
And that player for Lexington is really fast.
He is fast.
So he may have to pace that to let somebody catch up to him.
Yep. And now we need to assess for the St. Mary's backs, okay, how are we going to counter that type of attack again?
Yeah, if you can beat our outside back once, then you can probably do it again.
Yep.
First thing is prevention, right? Don't let them have it.
One touch trying to go to Keller, back into the feet of Lexington. Now Lexington, trying to work the ball right in the middle. Deflected away, though, by the Riders, leads to Rider possession.
Yeah, Holtzapfel with a very athletic move, poking the ball to the ground, stealing it right out of the air. See, there's that clearing kick from the Minutemen that generally you see that in younger ball. You don't usually see it at this level because what did you see there? It's a turnover.
Yep. Nice boot from Ballwig right there. Drop back down from Triplett. Triplett passing to his brother. Gets intercepted, though. Vinny Holtzapfel here looking for his options. A little bit too much power and leads to a Lexington throw-in.
Not a lot of shots on goal here, Howie, as we expected with a .5 and a .6 goals per game.
Yeah.
It's going to be extremely stingy to get shots off. And I guess you could say, and I don't have the numbers here of the shots, and we don't have it on the scoreboard tonight, unfortunately, but we know Lexington's had one, maybe two, and Rough Riders maybe one shot on goal.
Yep.
Only takes one.
Only takes one, and we saw that last week with the game against Salina.
Yeah, and we've said it many times, it's really hard to beat somebody twice, and Salina ran into that.
Yep.
Right? They put it to the Rough Riders during the regular season, but certainly couldn't do that again in the playoffs, especially with the level of ball that the Rough Riders have been playing in the postseason.
Certainly. Throw in here for the Riders. Looks like Keller's trying to use his chest, but an unlucky touch leads to the ball going out of bounds. We should have a goal kick now here for the Minutemen.
We got some Riders entered the game. Howie, I'm not sure if I caught them all. I definitely see number 22, Grodehouse, has entered the game.
Tell you what,
and maybe Kraft.
Oh, Cohen Kraft. Yeah, it's a little difficult seeing the numbers. From this viewpoint.
I think Kraft is a center forward. Yeah, I believe so. Sophomore Cohen Kraft entered the game. Big game for the young man.
It is, certainly.
For sure.
Yeah.
Any minutes in a game
pressure.
of this caliber, big deal for underclassmen.
Nice step here by Vinny Holtzapfel. Vinny going outside to Grotehouse. Grotehouse with some time looking at his options. Decides to drop back with a pass that was a little sketchy and taken away there by Lexington. But you can see some great effort there. Both players wanted it. And now a possible attacking opportunity here. On the right side of the box. Crossing in the middle, but deflected away by the St. Mary's defender, which I believe was senior Adam Shivington.
Yep, Shivington over the end line, and I think we'll have our first corner kick coming up for the Minutemen. So now we'll get a good look at a corner here, Howie. Let's see what their strategy is. Will they go high ball to the backside header? Will they take a short corner? I'm assuming they're going to go long.
And you can see that's a good ball right there. Headed away, though, by Cody Burt. I do love how Lexington has that ability for a good touch, though, when they're possessing.
Yeah, on a very hot pass and a quick touch. That was a dangerous attack there for the Rough Riders. A lot could happen. And there you see the header out of bounds, giving a chance to reset your defense.
All right, here we have a throw-in now for Lexington. Lexington with a throw leads to another throw-in. Sorry, excuse me, I'm having a hard angle watching.
Yeah, that was last touch off of Will Ross, I think, for a throw-in coming up for the Minutemen. I got you, Howie. No sweat. That's what the team's here for, right?
Yeah.
Looks like Jay Mack with the throw-in for the Minutemen. J-Bix Mack.
J-Bix Mack. Nice throwing inside. A little sketchy that the ball touched the ground a couple times. Now cleared out, though, by the Riders.
Wow, neither team would like that.
Yeah.
Too many bounces in front of the net. That's bad for both sides.
Yep.
I think if Ballwig knew that was going to happen, he would have come out and jumped on it.
Yep, he would have been way more aggressive on that one. And that talks about both teams just need to learn how to anticipate just a little bit more when you're playing on these type of conditions with the turf field.
Yeah, neither team seems to be taking have an advantage or disadvantage due to the turf. It seems to be very even.
Yep.
And I don't know this. I'm assuming the Minutemen play on grass for their regular season.
Yeah.
So they're going to have 1,000 to 1 minutes on grass versus turf.
Nice job by Ballwig stepping out, getting his hands around that ball, and leads the St. Mary's team to reassess everything and get ready for the next series here.
That was a great step up by Ballwig. He had a clear view of it and would have been communicating with Holtapple on that one, letting him know he's coming to get it.
Rupert's now on the right side, unlike his regular spot on the left. Now we got Connor Rust here with the ball, dropping back to Holtapple. Holtapple with a big touch, and he works down that sideline. Great skills, passing to Grotehouse. And big touch cleared out now by Lexington. Hope that you can all hear the crowd cheering on the Riders right now.
That was a great overlapping play, great communication, verbal and nonverbal, between Grotehouse and Holtapple on that play.
And I love how Grotehouse was taking his time right there, really looking where he should place that ball on both of those examples.
Yeah, and he didn't have pressure, so
Yep.
don't create pressure.
Yep.
You want to move away from pressure, and he did just that.
He stayed calm. Okay, there's Kraft now. Leads back to possession for Lexington. Lexington with the one touch. Trying to let the ball pass, but Holtapple takes the step.
I like how Holtzapple's been releasing off the back line. His teammates know what to do to cover for him.
Yep.
He takes a run, and then they fill. And then, of course, he'll work his way back.
Yeah, right there. Yeah, Cody Burt, I believe defensive mid, stepped back in his position. Very mature St. Mary's team that you can see.
Yep, verbals and nonverbals, they trust each other. They know when somebody leaves a position that they fill it in, probably without even saying a word.
Yep.
So that was a handling call. It looked to me like the arm was in a natural position. Referee saw it differently, and you got a direct kick coming up for the Minutemen.
Dangerous ball in the middle of the box. Still leads to Lexington. Ball with the back pass that was not ready for by the St. Mary's team. But you had Ballwig there taking the dive, getting one hand out, getting a stop on the ball.
Big body of Ballwig, takes up a lot of space. You saw the wingspan on that one, the sure hands, and he's taught to do this. Pin the ball on top of the turf with your hand. At that point, you don't try to grab it yet. Pin it, get control, and then grab it with both hands. I'd have liked to seen the Rough Riders' backs man up on that.
Yeah.
Instead of watching the ball. They
Yep.
may have got caught a little bit tired, taking a breath, might have got caught. It would have been better to go get a shirt and defend against any deflection.
Yes.
Got under 10 minutes here, Howie, so really great 30 minutes of play so far.
Score still 0-0. Yeah, very good efforts of soccer so far. Good possession. Now we have ball intended for Keller, but Keller knew that he stepped away. Leads to the feet of Cody Burt. Now on the outside here with Keller. And tries to go inside for a cross and leads to, I believe, a corner kick here for the Riders.
Yep, sure did. I don't know that Keller had any angle of attack there, but he made a great quick decision, and that was bounce it off the Minutemen player over the end line. Now we got a corner kick coming up and subs coming into the game.
I believe we have Will Manker. Is that Brady Triplett and Owen Will.
Yep, returning to the game for the Rough Riders, giving a break to Kraft. Grotehouse getting a break, well-earned, and did a great job filling the positions for some starters there for just a moment.
And that's a key thing that St. Mary's has, is the ability to use their bench.
Yeah, and it's one thing to just hang on tight, but we didn't. We had some attacks there with some bench players, young bench players.
Header there by Holtzapfel. Off the top post, the crossbar, and I believe that it hit the...
I think it hit the goalpost.
It hit the goal? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it hit the goalpost and came back on, so they're calling it a goal kick. Very hard to see from us, but the referee had a great angle. There's not much difference between... So you got an 8-foot goal for soccer and then a 10-foot crossbar for football, and the referee was able to see that. That was a great corner kick to the header.
I talked about this last week, but, the importance of being the hammer versus the nail as you're heading the ball. And that was a prime example of Vinny Holtzapfel putting direction and purpose onto that header.
So was he the hammer or the nail on that?
Oh, he was the hammer.
Definitely. Yeah. Turns out the football crossbar was maybe the nail on that.
Yes.
Well, that's a great reference, Howie. It reminds me of coaching the younger guys. I have to bring that up. The hammer and the nail. I haven't heard that in a while. Shame on me.
Here's the ball connected to Triplet. Now back to Lexington.
What do you think, Howie? Extremely evenly matched team.
Yeah. This is...
Very strong backs. A tremendous amount of strength and ball handling in the middle field. We've talked about this. That middle third of the field a lot of times is left unattended. Absolutely not in this game.
Yeah.
There's nothing free in the middle third of the field that either team will give up.
Yep. Looks like we have a throw in here for Lexington with a one-touch dropping back, intercepted now by the Riders. Manker working that far side of the ball, and we should have a no call being made right now.
No call?
No call.
No call. Referee is very lenient on the contact.
All right, Lexington regrouping, going on the far side to wide open number 2, taking the shot opportunity, and goes into the back of the net. I think St. Mary's just caught off guard right there and didn't get back fast enough. Number 2 for Lexington would be
Perkins.
Will
Perkins.
Perkins.
Yep.
And I believe he might be your speedster on that team.
Absolutely. And there was nothing easy about that shot, and it didn't go straight in.
Yeah.
If you could see how quickly that was, it was post, hand, post, net. Could have gone either way.
Yep.
Could have gone either way on that one. So that was a through ball attack. Lexington has tried that several times and unsuccessfully because they had not had a good angle. That was much closer. If you look at the football hash marks, much closer to the hash mark. Everything else has been out towards outside the yard markers.
Yeah.
So they changed their angle of attack, and it worked for them. And the speed was the key there.
The speed was the key. And it's okay. There's still plenty of time here for the Riders. Keeping a clear head.
Yep, 6 minutes left in the first half. We got plenty of soccer left. And playing from behind is not a problem. 1 goal behind is no issue. You can 15 seconds, you can tie it up, make it a 0-0 game again.
All right, here St. Mary's now back with the ball. Passing back to Shivington. Shivington clearing the ball up. Lets it know Ryder being there. So now back to Lexington possession. Okay, nice straight step by Cody Burt. Trying to work up on that far side, and still with the ball, taking a shot, and it's in the back of the net, like what you were just talking about. It can change anything like that. Great example there by one of your senior captains, Cody Burt. He did not give up when he was close to losing that ball, saw the opportunity, shot it with the right foot into the back left corner, and that's a goal.
Unbelievable. We just talked about this. 34 minutes of back and forth, and in 20 seconds, goal. 0-0.
Yeah, this is going to be a ball game, and this shows that both teams right now, they're going to want this, and there's going to be a lot of effort tonight here on this turf.
Yeah, the heat of that shot, and Lexington's going to be talking about this at halftime. You have to prevent the shot.
Yep.
You cannot count on your keeper. He's covering 24 feet of goal.
Yep.
Keeper cannot cover all 24 feet.
Keeper can only do so much, Yeah, those defenders, they're trying to get a step on there. That's definitely going to be talked about. Leaving the space. And looks like we have some type of communication going on between.
The coach is asking for something, and I don't. He's talking to the center ref, so he might be asking for an offsides. I didn't see it that way at all.
I did not know.
And if there was a player offsides, they were out of the play, which you can roll like that. I never like that. Once a player is offsides, I think the whole play should be called off. It's up to the referee to determine. So we may have had a player offsides way over here on our side of the field, not in the play. What I don't like about that is it could take a defender's eyes off the ball.
Easily, yeah.
So I don't know if that's what he's asking for or it was contact for us to win the ball. There's been plenty of contact to win the ball tonight, so for both teams. So I'm not sure if that's what he was looking for there.
And that was around the 5:40-minute mark, I believe, and that was scored by Cody Burt for that goal for the Riders.
I'd love to have a radar gun on that ball, Howie. That was a hard hit ball.
I was writing down. I missed the contact there. What did you see there?
Triplett came up behind the player, number 7, Jack Hebel. No, I'm sorry, number 2.
That was Perkins, the one who scored the goal here.
Number 2, Will Perkins. He and Brady Triplett came in some good contact, changed directions. Triplett ended up on top of him, unintentional, but of course stopped the play. And Lexington still had advantage, so he had to call the penalty against a Rough Riders.
Gotcha. Okay, nice ball here by Lexington. We got some people down on the ground. St. Mary's trying to clear it out. And now Doug Rupert here with the ball on the far side, signaling to go on the other end of the field. Still with the ball. Now finally getting a pass off to Cody Burt. Burt with a long ball, a little bit too much power, gets to the hands of the Lexington keeper.
That through ball has a very tiny margin of error on turf.
Yep.
Probably a 5 or 10 yard at least difference than what you'd have on the grass. That ball on grass, Keller might have been able to catch up to, and a less aggressive keeper could get caught by that.
I believe we just saw a card given to the coach right there. Is that what you saw?
He may still be complaining about the last goal, maybe. I'm not sure. Or maybe over here, the collision between Triplett and Perkins. Maybe he was asking for a card there, but I don't know. If you ask for a card enough, eventually you're going to see a card.
Yep. Okay, his ball's back in play now. We got our time going. Ball is live. 50-50 ball. Now won by the Riders. Cody Burt passing to Rupert. Intercepted, though, by Lexington. Burt still there. Trying to work the ball down. And 3 headers in a row goes in Lexington's favor now. Number 2, Perkins, on that far side with his speed. Taking the shot. Oh! High upper 90 shot on that left side. Excuse me, that was not Perkins. That was number 22, Jackson Pigg, taking that danger shot there. Lucky for the Riders that did not go into the back of the net.
35-yard shot there, Howie, and the speed of that, lightning speed.
Yeah.
And top left, it's going to be tough to get a ball past ball where you probably want to be on the ground, just like how we scored on their keepers, keep it on the ground, just like their goal was. But, boy, that was a hot hit. And Ballwig recognized that it wasn't going to go in to get the goal kick, but it wasn't by much of a margin.
Yeah. Connor Rust here working the ball on the near side. Back to Burt. Burt with his eyes up, intended for Rupert. Nice spin move, just not able to connect. Now Triplett here, the ball on the far side. A little bit too much of a powerful pass intended for Rupert, and it's rolling down, leads to a goal kick.
That ball actually stayed in that whole time. Now on a crown grass field, a power ground, but again, on turf, on grass field, could have slowed down just enough. So they're going to learn that, how much to add to. It's a very small margin there. Yeah. You have an aggressive keeper, both sides. Mm-hmm. You've got very fast players. How are you going to get the ball through, but not to the keeper?
Yeah.
And the Riders and the Minutemen are going to have to continue to work that out.
Making a little bit of contact between Holtzapple and Perkins. Perkins is down right now. Hopefully he's able to get up. Don't think anything was intentional there. And we're going to stop the clock real quick. Get a trainer out on the field.
Yep, 2:22 with a stop clock. Well, Howie, we talked about some contact early in the game, and the referee is really, again, being very stingy, I would say, with the whistle, which is okay because we play WBL ball, and we expect a lot of contact to the point of safety.
Yeah.
Right, and I think everything they've called has been good. It's been the right thing, and a lot of the contact has been left. And you'll see the referee put both hands up or point, basically saying play on. The other thing we got to watch for is advantage.
Yeah.
And again, for many soccer fans, if they haven't played or they're new to the sport, you got to see who has the ball. If my team has a ball and I take a foul, a penalty, I don't want it.
No, you
I still have the ball.
Yeah.
So you may get that delayed call that can make a lot of soccer fans crazy.
Yep.
And just let it play out, see what happens.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Manker to Will to Triplet now to Burt. Burt working the ball on the far side, intended to Rust. No contact made, now cleared out by Lexington.
Yeah, just under 2 minutes, Howie.
All right, Keller here with a possible attack, taking his time, looking for his options. Believe he's going to try and pass on the inside. Gets deflected, leads to a St. Mary's throw-in. Rust with the throw-in. Intended for Triplet. Not the best touch. Leads to it being cleared out by Lexington.
Yeah, you might hear some squeaking going on there. They didn't like what they consider maybe a dangerous kick from Rust. Player's foot's up near another player's face. They can call that a dangerous kick.
And it was a little dangerous in case he missed that, because that would have been a straight one-way shot to the goal.
Yes, I think not that you want to hurt a player, a dangerous high kick would have been better than leaving that ball go.
Yep.
Because he definitely was at the disadvantage to try to change directions and catch that ball wig would have had to come out and meet that player. So worth it. Mm-hmm. Think of pass interference in the NFL. Sometimes it's worth it. Take the pass interference.
Yep. Okay, you can see speed here by Lexington, but you got Triplet coming back and leads to him clearing the ball out, which is the best thing to do in that type of situation when that attack is happening. You got 26 seconds remaining. You can see Lexington moving quickly, trying to get one last opportunity on the Riders as they're down on their side of the field.
Great burst of speed from Reese Triplet on that play.
Yeah. Nice header by, I believe, Triplet again.
Yep, Triplet again.
Looking for a ground pass. We got 8 seconds remaining here. Let's see if Will can get this ball out of bounds. Great job by him. Nice IQ getting the ball out. And that is the end of the first half here. What a game of soccer we've seen.
Wow.
Score 1-1.
Yeah, if you're not enjoying this here at home, then you're looking at the wrong thing.
Yeah.
This has been great possession. You mentioned it right away, the footwork from both teams.
Yeah.
Different style of play.
Completely.
Lexington goes with a big ball.
Yep.
They'll move the ball 30, 40, 50 yards with one ball. Rough Riders are going to take 3, 4, 5, 6 passes to move the ball distance.
Yeah. So what do you think both coaches are going to be telling their kids, their players, during halftime now?
Yeah, one thing for sure is going to be control the emotions in the second half. It's going to get tougher and tougher. And you saw how Lexington changed right when the Rough Riders scored.
Yeah.
They were up, and then as soon as the Rough Riders scored, the contact came even more. I think control your emotions in the second half. You're going to have a great half. You just had a great half. Let's do it for 40 minutes. Mm-hmm. The other thing is the speed of the turf.
Yeah, that's
that
an
we
excellent
talked about.
point. That's an excellent point.
You're going to have to count on some players to step up to give your starters a rest. They cannot run 40 minutes at the pace that you just saw.
Yep. For sure. So do you think Lexington will continue with the ball up in the air, kind of working those long balls? Or
I wonder.
Do you think they'll possibly work some ground possession?
Yeah, I wonder. I think that they changed their angle attack once.
Yep.
We saw that already. Mm-hmm. And their corners and throw-ins from the sides have been really good. If I'm them, I would say get the ball into the corner and center it up.
Yep.
Because we've seen that their fastest attackers can beat our backs on the corner.
On the outside.
Except for Triplet on that last one.
Yep.
They've been able to do that. Now, once you do that, you're not going to have a shot, but you are going to have a backside attack possibly.
Exactly.
And I think, if you're them, you're going to say, I do not want to see the ball on Burt's foot. I don't want to see the ball on Holtapel's foot. Mm-hmm. And I don't want to see the ball on Keller's foot.
I'd like to now take some time here thanking our sponsors.
State Farm, servicing the St. Mary's area since 1989. With your life, home, and auto insurance needs. Call or stop in today and see Laura or Logan Yelton for a free quote. Go Rough Riders!
Do you find yourself faced with injustice or confronted with a legal matter that you need help resolving? If so, call attorney David Walbacher at 216-225-9181. That's attorney David Walbacher for all your legal needs.
Kogi Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning has brought the best in comfort control and plumbing services to the St. Mary's area for over 57 years. Kogi's takes pride in identifying heating, plumbing, and air conditioning solutions which stand out from the rest. Give Kogi's a call today. Kogi Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, a name you can trust. St. Mary's Eagles 767 is dedicated to promoting the general welfare of the citizens of St. Mary's by giving special attention to public improvements. They are also committed to helping meet the public needs and all that relates to the betterment, convenience, and comforts of the citizens of St. Mary's. For more information on how you can become a member, call 419-394-3257 or stop in during business hours at 404 East Spring Street in St. Mary's. St. Mary's Eagles, 767. People helping people.
Dr. Compton has been delivering quality chiropractic care for nearly 20 years. He's committed to helping you find relief as quick as possible so there's no lengthy care plans. At Neck and Back Pain Relief Center, most insurances are accepted and walk-ins are always welcome. Conveniently located in downtown St. Mary's across from Chase Bank. To learn more, visit us online at smpainrelief.com and follow us on social media.
It's the name that you want to remember. Neck and Back Pain Relief Center.
Guarneri's Pizzeria and Pub has partnered with Rider Nation Station this season so that every Friday night, Guarneri's can be Rough Rider Central. Guarneri's will be streaming Rough Rider football live every Friday night at 7, paired with your favorite Rider aid. Call Guarneri's during or after the game to place your pickup order for pizza, wings, or hoagies at 419-394-2244. Remember, Guarneri's, home of the signature Big Ralph.
St. Mary's Rider Rooters has been a pillar of support for all St. Mary's athletes for well over 40 years. Our current membership drive is ongoing, and it has its perks. Consider joining in support of the St. Mary's athletes. Join us at the game or scan the QR code. Go Riders!
Thanks for watching another episode of Rider Nation Station. Help us help you by subscribing on YouTube or following us on Facebook.
If you're looking for a reliable, trustworthy, and efficient roofing company, look no further than Grand Lake Roofing. Whether you need help on a small project or a large job, we want to take the load off your shoulders by providing our specialized services to you. Give Eric and the team at Grand Lake Roofing a call. 567-890-ROOF.
Albert Sporting Goods, outfitting your team since 1980. Our products consist of individual and team equipment for all community organizations, club teams, high school and collegiate sports. We personalize your gear with embroidery, screen printing, digitizing, and graphic design with on-site services to deliver quality uniforms, spirit wear, and fulfill every equipment need. Order online now at albertsportinggoods.com.
Here at TLC, we expanded our business, so we wanted the security of knowing exactly where all the kids are and what's going on in each of the rooms. We chose Fowler's because we've done all our televisions with them, and they mentioned they have security systems. So we just wanted to go out and look at it, and they were very upfront, and they do excellent work from start to finish. And so we chose Fowler's TV. It's been great for us here at TLC Learning Center, and Fowler's TV would be great for anyone.
Hello, I'm Dr. Ellen Hunter, owner of Family Audiology Associates with offices in Salina and St. Mary's. I am a St. Mary's Memorial graduate and a proud supporter of our Auglaize and Mercer County community. Since 2004, my staff and I have tested and treated the hearing imbalance of many of our infants, children, adults, and elderly in our community, and we would be proud for you or your loved one to be one of our next patients. Call Family Audiology Associates today, your hometown hearing experts, and go Riders!
St. Mary's Legion Post 323, veterans working for veterans and the future of our country. The St. Mary's Legion Post 323 also donates thousands of dollars each year to local summer programs such as Boys State, Girls State, scholarships in education, Boy Scouts, oratorical, and shooting sports. St. Mary's Legion Post 323, remembering the past, living the present, and working for the future.
Auglaize Equipment Rental is your source for all your equipment needs. Whether you're a contractor or a homeowner with a project, we can help get the job done more efficiently. Check us out at 1900 Salina Road or AuglaizeEquipmentRental.com or just call 419-394-7883. Auglaize Equipment Rental.
Plus,
first goal of tonight's contest. We had Perkins going. Hey, welcome back to the second half of tonight's contest. If you're just joining us now, I'd like to inform you that at the 6:05 minute mark, we had Lexington with the first goal of tonight's contest. That was our number 2 player. That was Perkins. And with not even 30 seconds later, we had St. Mary's retaliate and get a goal into the back of the net by Cody Burt with his right foot getting into the back of the net on that left side. That just shows that this game and this pace is quick, and it can change just like that.
You know, nobody hung their head when that happened. How it was great to see. Just certainly a lot of cheering from the Minutemen. And 18 seconds later, quieted down. And we had just said the game can change very quickly, and the Rough Riders proved that.
Yes. Now, I'm sure the head coaches of these teams have talked to their kids, know what are we going to change about our game plan here, what's the next form of attack, let's clear our heads, and let's play another great half of soccer. And Lexington will be starting the ball off here, as you can see.
Yeah, I'm sure the emotions are gonna could get away with them. The coaches would have talked about that during halftime, as we mentioned, Howie. Keep it physical, but safe, and enjoy. Enjoy. For one of these two teams, this is the last 40 minutes plus maybe overtime PKs or something, but enjoy every minute of it.
All right, Lexington starting off strong, though. Nice containment by Burt, but it looks like he's down. I don't know if the cleat of the opponent got on his foot.
Could have been knee to knee, foot to foot. That is something you don't see very often. For Burt to go down, if somebody hit him with a car, I think he would get up right away faster than he did. But he popped right up.
All right, Lexington now with the ball. Passing inside to the center. A nice drop back now. Still working that far side.
Howie, I misspoke earlier. Sorry about that. With the three crew referee. They actually have a 5-person referee crew at this level of playoffs. You got the center, you got the 2 ARs, and then you have referees on both sides of the field keeping track of fouls and also making sure that both sides of the field are displaying good sportsmanship, family, friends, parents, and then coaches, and then team and staff.
Yeah, excellent point. And thank you to all the refs who make these games happen and in some type of orderly fashion. Great that we have this support here.
They're doing a great job tonight.
Yeah.
They really are. Everybody sees every call differently, but the referee's job is to not change the outcome of the game.
Yep.
Right? They should not affect the outcome of the game. So far, although the Minutemen coach may not agree with that, I would say they have not changed the outcome of the game. They've let the players do the work.
For sure. Here's Rupert now crossing to the inside. Looked like a beautiful ball to Keller. Now Manker with a scoring opportunity. Looks like he might dropping back to Triplett. Still with the ball. Now cleared out by Lexington. A nice first step, though, by Vinny. Passing out to Triplett. Stays in bounds.
Ooh, just out. Just a ball width out. And for that to be out of bounds, the entire ball has to go out of bounds, and the player, doesn't matter, inconsequential.
Yep.
Player can be as far out of bounds as they can reach and play the ball, very different than, say, basketball or football. But the entire ball has to go over the line, which it did there, but not by much.
Maker now with the ball, trying to pass up the middle. There's just a little bit too much power. Cleared out by Lexington.
Lexington's still going with the big ball, Howie, so far. It's their typical strategy is to get 30, 40 yards at a pop. And I guess they determine even if there's a turnover there, it's worth it for them.
Yep. All right, Burt here dancing around. Leads to Lexington ball. Lexington now up the middle. Russ with the clear.
Couple of things that the fans will be able to see here, Howie, and we can see will be a little tougher on the TV is the off-the-ball action. There's plenty of off-the-ball action.
Yep.
One is moving without the ball.
Movement, yeah.
The other is a lot of contact off the ball.
Excellent point.
And you teach the players, if you want to get the ball, you have to move when you don't have it.
Yep.
Both on the attack and on defense.
Yep.
I expect a good matchup here between these two players. It's going to be very physical.
All right, Rupert now working towards the middle. To Manker.
I think anytime you see...
And contact, and they're going to...
Looks like that's against us, direct for the Minutemen. Anytime you see Perkins and Triplett within 20 yards of each other, I would expect to see sparks.
Yep.
And I hope they're having a good time with it.
Yep,
right?
For sure.
As they're having a tough competition here, very good competition, they're enjoying that part of the game as well.
Nice free kick there by Perkins, but led to no opportunity. Series of headers. And now Rupert here with the ball and going out of bounds. Leads to a throw-in for Lexington.
Yeah, probably unintentional there. I think he had Triplett, but certainly okay. Reset.
Yep.
Get your man reset. And remember, no offsides on the throw-in, so you can get behind the defense if you want to.
Very nice throw-in by number 12 of Lexington.
Yeah, J-Bix Mack. And, certainly we've seen him capable of throwing the ball 30 yards with very little effort.
Good idea by the Riders, just not able to connect. Going outside in with their passes. Now Lexington back here with the ball. Nice one-touch. Just not the same direction that they were wanting. And we're going to have a call on the Riders. Leads to a direct for Lexington.
So that was the AR, the sideline ref, that made that call. He waved the flag and made that call. I like that the center ref let it go. And it's certainly okay for them to do that. I'd prefer the center ref make that call than the AR.
Yeah.
Direct for the Minutemen.
Nice high ball inside the box. Headed away by Triplett. Okay, number 2, Perkins and Triplett working this near side. Goes out of bounds. Leads to another throw-in here for the Minutemen.
Great first touch by the Rough Riders. It's so important when the ball's in the air to get a first touch for the Rough Riders. Might be calling offsides.
Looks like they are.
Yes, instead of a throw-in, there was an offsides call, and he called it. It looked like an over and back, kind of like in basketball. The player was on, was off, which was okay at the time, but once they got repossession, that player needed to be back on.
All right, Lexington with a beautiful through ball going for a second one, and you can see number 13 of Lexington getting inside the box, but nice job by the keeper, Caden Ballwig, being aggressive and getting his hands on the ball.
That's that turf catching up to the Minutemen there. They had a nice through ball, but with the speed on that turf, no chance for one of their attackers to catch up to it before Ballwig got his hands on it.
Throw in for the Minutemen. All right, working on top of the box now. We got some bodies down. And a series of deflections. And headed away by Keller. Nice athletic move trying to get that ball out. Second header. Third header. And now possessed by Lexington now. Lexington going outside. I believe is that Rust working that sideline.
A moment ago, we had a kick that was about neck high, and you could hear the crowd react to that a little bit. And right away, the referee waved his hand. He's calling that off. He's not going to call that. I like that he's using a lot of probably verbals and physical as well.
Nice cross opportunity by the Riders, but the keeper of Lexington was able to step out and get his hands on the ball.
That's a great angle of attack if you could put somebody right on top of the keeper, Howie. Don't even give him a chance to come out and get it.
I believe that was Rupert with his right foot with the cross. Okay, here's Cody Burt. Pass intended for Rupert, just not able to connect. And goes out of bounds. Looks like we have a Lexington player down.
Yep, we got a player on the field, and you could hear a lot of complaints probably from the crowd there because the player was down. Rough Riders had possession. Now, the referee can determine, if it's a head injury, if it's a possible head injury, they're probably going to stop play. But unfortunately, a player like that goes down, maybe knee, ankle, Rough Riders had the ball, the referee's going to let him play it out. And you're going to hear it because these are parents.
Yeah.
Right? That could be their kid on the turf, and they're going to want the play to stop.
Yeah.
But you can't do it because somebody might flop.
Yep. Exactly.
That was not a flop.
No, it was
clearly
not a flop.
It was an injury, not a flop, but it could happen.
Taking the precautions
and the referees
to
have got to leave that possession ball. So we got 32 minutes. Clock stopped in the second half. If you're just joining us, 1-1. Minutemen took about 35 minutes to put the first goal in, and 18 seconds later the Rough Riders tied it up in the first half.
And would just like to thank all of you for tuning in. Once again, thanks to our sponsors for allowing stuff like this just to happen and bringing this broadcast to you wherever you might be at. So thank you.
So that was number 11, Sanchez, who hit the turf. He did walk off the field on his own power, and will be checked out by the trainers and hopefully return to the game. Sanchez is a senior, and you don't want your seniors or anybody for that matter missing any of the game at all. So hopefully he'll be able to come back in. Certainly wasn't a dangerous play, nothing intentional, just contact.
All right, ball's back in possession, cleared up by Lexington. And a possible attack, 13 trying to move hard, but a good thing Shivington was in the back and able to get a foot on that ball to take away that type of attack.
Shivington, a senior for the Rough Riders, having an incredible season.
Oh, yeah.
Anytime you're worried about something going on, you look, and there's Shivington.
Yep. And really, what an incredible back.
Yes,
Triplett, Shivington, Holtz Apple, and Rust.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, they know each other very well.
Yeah.
A lot of verbals, a lot of nonverbals.
Clean play. Now Keller here with the ball. Keller with limited options, but passes to Will on the side and intercepted by Lexington, but now to the back of the feet of the Riders. Rupert here going to work that long ball going down to Keller. Able to connect. Nobody in the back side. And we should have a corner now for the Riders.
Wow. It looked like Keller was 10 yards past the end line when he brought that ball to center. Somehow he caught it. And not just that, Keller's a righty. He's on the left side. He pulled that ball back with his left foot.
He did, yeah. That's
now, he may have paid the price there a little bit because he slid off the turf. Could just be a strawberry or maybe just contacted the ground with his knee.
Yeah. Looks like it was at a round, a low corner. corner.
It was a little bit. Not, I wouldn't say a short corner, but a shorter corner.
Ball deflected a couple times. Another shot, and should be another corner here for the Riders.
Yep.
And unfortunately, I think I see Keller going down.
Yeah, he didn't have time to go down last after the injury. Rupert took the corner as he should to keep the defense off without getting a chance to set up, and Keller had to run in that play, and now he's going to get a break. So we do have another so that shot was deflected over the end line off the Minuteman, and we do have another corner coming up for the Rough Riders.
Trying to see, we got I believe, Kraft coming in to take Keller's position.
Yeah, the sophomore, number 15, Cohen Kraft.
Headed by Vinny Holtzapple, once again being the hammer, not the nail. Hits that crossbar, but they got to call that. Yeah.
Now, without the football, geez, what a tough play to see. Without the football crossbar, the ball would have gone over the top of the net and would have clearly been a corner.
Yep.
Rough Riders didn't like it because it looked like it came back into play, and then Menker's there to clean up the trash. But we got a corner coming up.
This is the third corner right now of the series.
Triplet with the corner to the backside.
And looks like we're going to have a goal kick now here for Lexington.
Yeah, that time it was finally deflected off of Menker over the end line, and goal kick coming up. Great series there. And I got to say, I don't like that crossbar there because it's just a little bit confusing of which one did it hit. Now, you and I are a long ways away. Certainly the referees are right there, but there's nothing you can do about it. Playing on a football field, they're not going to pull them out, but it's unfortunate.
All right, Lexington decided to go short from the goal kick, going short and then switching quick directions. And now Lexington dropping back. We're on the far side.
With midfield possession there for Lexington, not their usual boot and run.
Yeah. When they do possess, it's often one touches. Have you noticed that when they are doing that, a lot of one touches?
Yeah, single, either one timers or very quick touch.
Yeah.
You know, nobody's kicked the field goal yet tonight.
Nobody
I'm
has.
surprised. Without the goalpost there, we've seen dozens of field goals, but tonight nobody's pulling through the uprights.
Beautiful ball, utilizing the outside of his right foot right there to cut through from Lexington. But nice job by Ballwig coming all the way down and clearing that ball up. Some of the parents are a little unhappy about the contact that Triplet made with Perkins. Ref's going to let him play. Leads to a throw in here for the Riders.
If they haven't figured out by now that Triplet and Perkins are going to do that, well then, as I said, just enjoy it.
Yep. Enjoy
it. Nothing dangerous happened there. Both were moving direction of ball, so there was a lot of contact. That's the game.
Okay. Will with the ball. Clear. Looks like we're going to have a St. Mary's throw.
Yep, last touch off the Minuteman. Didn't look like it, but there was a deflection off the Minuteman. We got Triplet coming up with a throw in.
Triplet had the ball intended for Owen Will. Intercepted now, taken away by Lexington. And reciprocal because looked like Rupert had it, but now we have a throw in here for Lexington. Do we have a cleat come off?
Looks like it. At least untied anyway. Yeah, gloves are on the ground.
Gotcha.
And I'm not surprised that several of the players are wearing gloves.
Yep.
After a little while, you'll warm up. But it's cool enough tonight. Beautiful night for soccer,
it is,
but it's chilly for sure, especially for the fans.
Ball went in the air here by the Riders. Led to an attack, but now leads to possession of Lexington.
One thing I miss with the turf is not a lot of slide tackles. Very few compared to, as we got into the playoffs and the ground was wet, rainy nights, we saw a lot of slide tackles. But it's just not a lot of fun on the turf to do that.
Okay, great vision by senior Cody Burt. Passing to Holtzapple. Holtzapple taking the shot. And it's up and it's through, and there's a point.
That's good for 3.
Yeah, that's good.
Just as we said it, Howie. Seems like every time we say something, we predict something coming up.
We do,
so.
yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine some nice hot wings coming up here into the booth while we're predicting things.
Now we have a goal kick here for the Minutemen. I think it's clearly safe to say that the ability of attack and the form of attack for Lexington has been just with speed.
Yep.
I mean, they are a very quick team, and they're quick off of that ball.
Yeah, I would say a bit of brute force and speed. We're much more technical. Think, surgery versus hammer.
Yep.
We have plenty of scalpels on the field. Will Menker's a good example. Excellent footwork.
Yeah. Doug Rupert.
Yeah, excellent footwork. Speed and excellent footwork. And then the triplets are a nice combination.
They are.
Length, really nice reach, super fast, very aggressive.
All right, Shivington clearing the ball up now. Let's see if Owen will be able to get the ball headed away by Lexington. Working down the sideline. And triplet now with the ball.
Howie, our viewers, and we have a great view of this. We didn't mention this earlier. Great spacing, great shape by both teams. Very little bunching up.
Mm-hmm. And, excellent point. And if you watch St. Mary's possess a lot of the times, they have that shape and then they're moving up. They have those series of passes.
And moving the shape with them. They're swarming to the ball on defense, as they should.
Yep. And it looks like we're going to have a call there on Burt to Perkins.
We got a clock stop.
And
so either going to be a conversation or maybe a gift.
Looks like we are going to have a yellow card.
Yeah, conversation with the referee, asking him what happened there, and the right thing to do. Rupert's keeping him calm. Captain's gonna ask the question of what happened, and what do we see there? Right, got beat. Player hits him from behind, and it was a high hit. Arms were up into the shoulder area. Could it be a card? Maybe not. But the referee is establishing something in the second half. We're not doing that.
Yep, and rightfully so on the ref's end right there.
Yeah, not particularly dangerous, but kills the Minutemen's possession.
Yeah.
And that's what he's recognizing there.
Excellent ball. Ballwig stepping out. So we had a free kick right there. Ball to the middle of the box. A nice job by your senior keeper for the Riders. Ballwig stepping up, seeing that there is an attack there, and he completely took it away right there from getting the ball into his hands.
45-yard high ball, and could have been deflected, but, Ballwig was very verbal, came out, let his backs know I'm here, and they know him. They know his voice. They're confident when they hear him behind him, and he steps up and grabs that ball. Sure hands.
All right, we have Kraft now trying to work the ball up, but it's cleared away by Lexington. And looks like we're going to have a call against Lexington.
I think we had the push
straight up. Yeah, we had a push.
Didn't go straight up and a push off. And I was mentioning earlier how you got to watch for the action off the ball. That was a good example. And the referee was watching that. It's very easy to zoom in on just the ball, but you got to check the rest of the field. Now, that was off the foot of Rupert. Looked like he was trying to maybe center it up to a header, got away from him, and over the top of the goalposts. Goal kick coming up for the Minutemen.
Looks like we have number 1 coming back in for the Riders, senior Cody Burt.
And we got Stewart with the goal kick. That's a strategy that the Minutemen have, is the goalie takes a goal kick. Everybody does it a little differently. Most teams have a back take the goal kick. In this case, Stewart always takes it.
And I think that's often safer because of what you saw right there. The goal kick led directly to Rupert, and that could be quick change right there, and then an opportunity to the ball in the back of the net.
Yeah, a quick hit ball like we saw the goal that we had off of Burt. Quick hit ball with the keeper busy. I agree with you, Howie. I'd rather have the keeper keep and have a back take the goal kick.
Okay, right idea with passing back to one of your defenders, but just not able to connect to another teammate for the Riders. Lexington here back with the ball. Number 2, Perkins, passing in the middle.
Almost halfway through the second half here, Howie. We got 22 minutes on the clock.
22 and still 1-1. Evenly matched. Doug Rupert here on our side, intending to switch sides to Kraft. Back to Burt. Burt looks like he's going back to Rupert. Rupert potentially going for that cross, working that far side going down, and Crosses up, and it goes wide of the post. Leads to a goal kick for Lexington.
Great footwork from Rupert. Put the ball really great height. Just got behind the frame just a little bit.
We have Keller coming back in, and as you can see, left leg is wrapped up a little bit. So
could have been just a burn there. Could have been quite a strawberry that he ends up with. And Kraft did a great job up front of keeping the Minutemen backs on their toes and giving the Rough Riders a chance on some through balls and big ball. And again, Kraft, the sophomore, and that's what we need to see. So this is a big game. High energy, high action game for the sophomore.
Getting them some mileage in a game like this is crucial, just for the leadership and their playing ability for the further years. Nice job.
Assuming they'll be back, right? They'll be back, and regional semifinals. You're a sophomore, you got some experience in that. That could be very helpful.
Yeah.
Looks like last deflection off the Rough Riders throw in for the Minutemen. Dove, I think, with the throw in.
Triplett with a nice athletic move, getting his feet to that ball, leading to it not going out of bounds.
That was a good example where the player's out of bounds, but the ball's in.
We have Ross now working that far side, getting a foot on the ball, but it goes out of bounds. Leads to Minutemen throw-in, dropping back, passing back with a one-touch. Once again, their utilizing that one touch. Nice job by Keller getting a step. Goes for the through ball out to Triplett, but since it's that turf field, the ball just glides. Interesting header that we just witnessed right there.
I got to say, Perkins had to be talking to him. That was not an accident. That was a great redirection on the header. You thought he was going to go to the goal. Drops it right back to Perkins.
Seeing some possession here by Perkins. Goes out of bounds. It leads to a throw in here. For Lexington.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cleared out by the Riders.
You mentioned Will Ross a moment ago, number 24, working hard on the far side there. There's another sophomore getting great experience in a high-level game. And these players are not just holding the Minutemen back. They're providing an attack for the Rough Riders while some of the starters get a break.
And crucial for games like this.
Yeah, without creating any weaknesses in the field. That's really great for Coach Holtzapfel and the Rough Riders.
Okay, now this is where we see some forms of attack by Lexington, but nice job defensively for the Riders, able to get the ball out.
They tried a middle through ball. It's going to be really tough with the backs that you mentioned a moment ago. When you put Holtzapfel, Shivington, Triplett, and Bird on the back line, it's going to be really tough.
Okay, Triplett working that far side, and we had some contact inside the box. Nothing called. Owen Will with the intention of getting a shot off. And Ross trying to stop the ball. Now Lexington here trying to work some possession and going up. And what I just witnessed, if you were able to see it, was Holtzapfel being in the back, but continuing moving forward, and automatically Cody Burt realizes that, what we talked about earlier, and Cody Burt stepped back and filled in that position.
Yep. Somebody's yelling Phil, or he just knew it because they played together so much. Howie, you heard the crowd chirping just a moment ago. I think they wanted a trip in the box, and the referee waved it off right away. It was pretty close.
Yeah.
It was pretty close.
Pretty close, yeah.
It may have been ball to the foot, but it looked like it was a trip, and maybe in the box, I think Coach Holtzapfel was pleading his case.
Yeah. High ball hit the ground first. Two Riders trying to get the ball out, leads to the feet of number 9, Zachary Turlo, excuse me.
That was a rare 40-yard clear for the Rough Riders. Probably the right thing to do at the time to settle that attack down.
Saw an example of stabbing there right there by the Riders. Leads to a shooting opportunity, but it goes left. stabbing defensively. We do not want to see that. Just working on containment.
Yep. As you'll hear us say, break them down. Don't dive in. Don't stab. Break them down. Looks like we've got a sub, Will Ross coming off the field, and then Will Menker returning for the Rough Riders.
Excellent.
A couple of shout-outs here, Howie. We got really nice fan base, several hundred people from Ohio. We also have a fan base in Michigan, the Ackroyd family, online tonight. And then we have our Chicago fan base
there we
with
go.
some of the Ibrahims and friends of the family tuning in tonight as well.
Awesome. Hey, once again, thank you all for tuning in. Shivington with a nice pass intended for Rupert. Rupert out with the ball. Rupert looking for his next pass. Passes to Triplett. Triplett tries to go inside up to Keller. Grotehouse now trying to work the ball back in. Goes out of bounds. Leads to a throw-in here for the Riders.
Missed that sub a minute ago, Howie. We're number 22. Michael Grotehouse
yep.
is returning the game for the Rough Riders. You'll see him up on the left-hand side.
Okay, throw and drop back to Triplett. Passing down the sideline to Grotehouse. See a whole bunch of white bodies over there. And Lexington trying to use that clearing method, just kicking straight up, which would have been a little dangerous if the ball went through.
Yep. Fortunately, Shivington filled over on that side and stopped that attack very quickly.
Got 15 minutes remaining here, and score still 1-1. Deflection when it was tried to clear out by Vinny. Now Vinny was able to get a foot on it, and it was cleared out.
I wouldn't call that a big mistake, but a very rare to see a Rough Rider back kick it into the attacking player. In that case, came right back to him, and, of course, Holtzapfel handled it.
Good step there by Lexington. Leads to them still with the ball. And now Burt passing outside to Triplett. Triplett connecting to Rupert. Back to Triplett, dropping back, seeing some good work. And I love how eyes are up, and when a pass is intended for somebody, that next person is looking and finding that next space. Nice job by the Riders.
Yeah, excellent movement without the ball that we talked about, especially on the turf. You need to have that. And something you mentioned, how it's so important is the player's eyes are up. You need to know what you're going to do with the ball before you get it.
Now we have a little bit of movement coming around. Cody Burton needed to be a little careful there because that could have been a call, but it was played on. Some advantage potentially. The parents definitely were not happy about that one, but the ref had them play on.
Yeah, I heard a lot of squealing there, but we just talked about this, Howie. Minutemen had possession. Could have been a foul. They still had possession. If I'm the coach, I do not want that call.
Yep.
Let them run. Let them run. Parents may look at it differently, but let them run. Had we gotten the ball there, he probably would have called the penalty.
I just want to point out Adam Shivington right there, one of your defensive members, just doing a great job of watching hips, getting that ball, and getting a nice pass off. Great season so far by Adam Shivington.
You know, it's great to see a shot stop, but shot prevention's much better.
Yep. Okay. Possible attack. Great idea with trying to go up towards the top of the box, but deflected away by the Minutemen.
Unselfish play by Keller.
Yeah.
Maybe had an angle of a shot, but centered it up instead. Didn't work out, but great unselfish play.
Okay, now we have Lexington here with the ball. Passing down now with Perkins. And he has some speed, so he's going to see some green in front of him. Now Triplett needs to be careful. We got a little bit of cleat contact there. These two are going to be going at it.
Should be a throw-in for the Rough Riders. Yeah, they're going to have a good time over there, but it should be throw-in Rough Riders.
Nice job by Rupert shielding the ball off. And it looks like they're going to have a call against Lexington right there. Leads to a direct kick here for the Riders.
Yep, referee very calmly pointed his arm, blew the whistle. And the reason he did that is because Perkins was out of control.
Yep.
He was out of control.
Yep.
Now, Rupert was giving it back to him, but he just leaned back into Rupert and did not go direction of the ball, had no intention of even going near the ball.
Now tell me if you agree with this statement so far with the game. The 50-50 balls are the balls up in the air.
Mm-hmm.
The Riders are doing a decent job, but they're not winning all of them like what we
not
usually
as much
see
as you'd
right
like
now.
to see.
Yeah.
And the Minutemen are fast,
They
aggressive, and they can play off the ground a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That off-the-ground play is so important to this. And you hit it right on the head. The 50-50 ball, anybody's ball, and a lot of aerial.
Yeah.
The Minutemen give a lot of aerial hits, which gives you that opportunity. Fortunately, that long ball from the Minutemen, typically we're getting first touch. Straight up 50-50, I agree. I think we could increase our percentage a little bit.
For sure. Cody Burt now back with the ball. Decides to go up high, kind of down the middle. And Lexington keeper comes out and is able to get his hands on the ball.
Now, that was a header off the Minutemen, so the keeper, Stewart, Stewart, he can pick that up with his hands on an intentional or unintentional header back to the keeper. Now, if it's on the ground on your foot, unintentional, you can pick it up, but an intentional pass to the keeper, he's got to use his feet. He becomes a field player at that point.
Yeah, excellent point. Okay, we got both teams working hard to try and get the ball back. Now we have Keller on the far side with his left foot crossing in towards the middle. Do want to mention that again. His left foot, beautiful cross, hits off the hands of the keeper and leads to a corner kick here for the Riders.
Yeah, this is a rare, maybe a rare miss from Stewart. Stopped the goal, but didn't handle it, didn't keep it. Both these keepers have great sure hands, don't give you a second chance. This one goes over the end line for a corner kick for the Rough Riders.
Here's a scoring opportunity.
And a great opportunity for the Rough Riders here. I think triplet with the corner.
Nice high ball in the middle. Headed by, was that number 2, Will Manker?
I think
great
it was Manker,
idea,
yeah.
just not on target. We got some subs coming in for both teams. We have Owen Will for the Riders. We have number 11. Is it Iram Sanchez?
Yeah, I couldn't tell. Looks like a number 8, but if he turns around, I'll let you know.
Lucas Dove, if it's number 8.
Under 10 minutes in the game, Howie.
Still 1-1. Okay, Perkins with the ball. Passing up to number 4, which is Michael. Here's Cody Burt with the through ball up to Rupert. Rupert with the cross on the inside. And taking a shot. High ball up in the air. Kind of cleared out. Triplet with the shot. Deflected. And saved by the keeper, Stewart, for Lexington.
Wow, what a great series.
Yeah.
All with Burt taking the ball off the sidelines, hitting Rupert with the speed on the turf and then centering it up. And then Stewart that time showed very sure hands. No second chance on that one. That was a hard hit ball.
That was. Okay, nice job by Burt trying to get the ball back down on the ground. We just saw a couple of consecutive headers there. St. Mary's back to their game plan, working possession. A little bit of a powerful ball in the middle, intended for either Triplet or Keller. Not able to work it down, but leads them back to possession right now. Nice one-touch through ball. Back outside's Rupert, similar situation what we saw previously.
Great lateral movement.
Yeah.
Great lateral movement by Rupert. I don't blame him for asking for the call. The player was not going direction of ball. Ball was already out of possession, I guess.
Vinny Holtzap with the eye of the tiger, and they're going to call it now. And I believe we are going to have a potential card, and we do have a yellow.
And that's on Perkins. That's a very important call. I saw a slide tackle there, Howie, and maybe he didn't touch the ball at all. And he just hit the player.
I actually thought that they were going to play on.
When the referee brought his hands up, I would have thought he would have played on as well. We've seen, as we talked about before, we've seen very few slide tackles.
Yeah.
So this is an opportunity for the Rough Riders. They're not very far out, 20, maybe 36 yards, and certainly we know Holtzapple's got the foot to put this baby on. They've got a two-man wall, which does leave some space for Holtzapple.
Interesting where Holtzapple's going to place the ball. Puts it on frame. Oh! I think did that go in between those two posts?
Sure did. I've been waiting for that to happen. Yeah. We should have asked for it. It would have happened. But yeah. So the keeper Stewart there, he did not try to catch it. When in doubt, punch it out.
Yeah.
Right? and he went up there and he kind of dunked it over the top of the frame, which gives the Rough Riders a corner kick. I think Rupert with the corner.
Rupert is taking it, yep. That's another example of the ball just hitting the ground. Not what you want to see from both of these teams.
Yep, both teams hate that. Both coaches hate that.
Okay, now with their use of the speed and a quick ball, here's a possible attacking opportunity. Now we're on the far side, and we got a goal kick here for the Riders. Okay, that's not what we want to see defensively. We're beating on the outside, but nice job by Ballwig. Taking the initiative, stepping out, getting down, and getting that ball out.
Boy, that was a great run by the Minutemen. You saw the speed actually beat our corner. That player's coming out now for a break. That's number 4, Michael Tagliati. He's not a starter, Howie, and he made quite a run there.
Yeah, he did.
The turf got him. He let himself in the turf, got him on grass. We might have been toast on that
ball.
one.
Yeah, that's a ball.
And, of course, Ballwig came out and met him. The other thing you saw is the Minutemen were asking for a corner kick there, saying that Ballwig had last touch. And it was a great call, bang, bang play to give us the goal kick.
Yeah, I know we mentioned it earlier, but that speed, if they can beat our backs on that side, that's a threat that is very difficult to change.
And we've got to neutralize that. They do take a totally different attack as we do. When we get the ball down there, we're looking to center it up for them.
Yep.
They're looking to take it to the net. Not that one's better than the other, just a different angle of attack. Triplet with the throw in, Howie.
Cody Bird taking the shot, and it's in the
got it
in the back of the net. He is the one again to get the ball into the back of the net. He saw the opportunity, took the shot, and that's another goal for the Riders. Very exciting.
We just said stopping it's hard. You have to prevent it.
Yep.
They didn't. Boom.
Must prevent.
Burt with a hot shot and a ground shot, too, on a tall keeper.
Yep.
Going to be very hard for him to stop that ball.
You could just see him. He knew that, okay, I have this opportunity. This is the opening right now. I'm taking the shot. Nice job by his senior captain, Cody Burt. Got 5:48 remaining.
So at the 5:55 mark, putting the Rough Riders up 2-1. And we just got a penalty assessed against the Minutemen. We've got a direct kick coming up here. Looks like Holtzapple is going to take the direct. Burt, the senior, and boy, is he hearing it from the crowd right now.
He is.
2 goals for him tonight, Howie?
2 goals for him.
For the captain and the senior, Cody Burt. You can't do it alone, though. It takes 11 guys, right?
Nope, it's not an I, it's a we.
A lot has to happen for Cody to finish that, and certainly he did.
Mm-hmm.
He did his job, but other players did their job leading up to that.
Just want to say, I like how the Riders incorporated the usage of space as they are possessing the ball, working from the back to the side, down. Nice job trying to keep their pace of this game right now. And it looks like we have a player down right now.
Yeah, I saw sorry about that, Howie. I saw a knee-to-knee contact, and Rough Riders had possession during the contact, so they let the run go. Referee did their job, and then, of course, as soon as the Minutemen touch the ball, they should stop the clock, stop the play.
Yeah, huge for St. Mary's to get that second goal. But as what we saw earlier, it can change just like that.
18 seconds later. We're not going to talk about it.
We're not going to talk about
it. This case is not going to change. Howie, I got to give another shout-out to Kathy Ibram and I had our 25th wedding anniversary in
how
September.
exciting. Congrats,
Yep, 25 years. We have a 3-tier celebration. Of course, the night of our actual anniversary, we had a soccer game. So I took her out a very special dinner. We went to the Circle K in Botkins. I got her a roller dog and a slushie.
That is awesome. That's a story right there.
Yep.
Yeah. Wow, well, how exciting.
Thank you. So that was Tier 1. Tier 2 went out to dinner, and then we got our third step, the real celebration. We'll take a trip here in just a couple of weeks.
Excellent.
I thought the roller dog and the slushie was pretty first class.
I think that makes it right there. Yeah. Who would not want that?
And the Circle K in Botkins.
Yes.
It's really good.
Throwing here for the Riders. And if you can see the adjustment that was made here by the Riders, we do have Keller in the back line now as well.
So 4-11 in the game. We call this parking the bus on the back line. Are you trading some offense for defense? Sure you are. And would you do it earlier? Absolutely not. But at this point, Do not let them have an opportunity.
Yep.
That's the job. I like to go parking lot. I go 4 minutes kicking the ball into the trees, into the stands.
Yeah.
I say open the window and see if you can get a couple up here in the booth.
Yeah, just give them no opportunity of a scoring chance. And it looks like we are going to have a call on the Riders, and we are right outside the box. This is an excellent opportunity here for Lexington.
Yep, Baldwig's going to be calling for a wall, probably a 4-man wall. He'll be chirping right now, and then he's going to line up that wall as quickly as he can, and he's going to leave that player with the shot he wants him to have.
Yep. Okay, ball's up in the air, and hits crossbar of the field goal post.
Yep, so basically just missed the frame, fortunately for us. We didn't leave them a lot there. We got very tall players in the back there.
Yeah.
Baldwig did a great job of directing traffic and didn't give him a chance. Now we have a clock stop, but I'm not sure why.
I'm wondering if they're talking about delay of game.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know. You have a little bit of time to do everything, about 6 seconds to do a throw-in, a goal kick, a punt. But it may have just been a warning. And the referee stopped the clock. That's up to him to do. And I don't blame him. I would stop it late in the game also.
Yeah.
You don't want somebody managing the clock for you at this point.
Yep. Man, great effort though by Rupert right there, getting that touch on the ball, leading into it staying inbound.
Should be no call there. They had possession. Leave it.
A lot of emotions that you can hear right now from the fans here in the stadium. And Lexington is just trying to force that ball through the middle right now.
Anything they can to get it up to the middle. 2.5 left, Howie.
Interesting that they're having a different person take the throw-in right now. 2:23 remaining, like what you said. Here's the throw-in. It's going to be a long one, I'm assuming. Long one inside the box. Taking the shot, deflected by a couple people, and now out of any harm of the St. Mary's box. Still inbound, though. Still inbounds.
Oh, that was a mess in there.
That was a mess.
That's a traffic jam, and a lot can happen.
And so, I mean, that's one of the difficult situations for a keeper when you got all these bodies in front of you and you have no idea where that ball is at. But nice job by the defense. I'm able to get a foot on that and clear it away.
You know, it's not a big deal except for the Minutemen are wearing all white. The ball is white with a little bit of black on it. You can lose that ball very easily.
Yeah.
Minute 30 left in the game.
Okay, and nice job by Keller getting a clear on that ball. That's what we want to see right now.
I like that. We call it parking lot at the younger ages, Howie.
And at number 12, you're going to see he's going to come back in. He has the arm, and that ball is going to be thrown inside of the box right now.
Yeah, Mac's going to try to make this basically a direct kick if you can.
Ball inside the box, headed away by Holtzapple. Another ground ball. And you're going to see Baldwig take his time, get on that ball, reassure that he has it, and now he's up and he's going to get a leg on it.
Yeah, the referee's keeping a close eye on to make sure that he doesn't delay too much. Under a minute here, Howie.
Very exciting here for these two teams. And Manker clearing the ball up, and we're going to have a call of offsides. Looked like a decent opportunity, but the ref saw it. Clearly offsides.
Yeah, and the clock's ticking this whole time. Does not stop for that.
Howie,
I forgot to mention the ball boys doing a great job here. A lot of balls going out of bounds, and it's very important for them to get the ball back in play. Ball boys in there are doing a great job keeping the action going.
Fans were hoping for a hand call, and ball goes out of bounds. So we got 19 seconds remaining here. Looking for a ball.
He's going to ask for the clock to be stopped. Yeah, it's the right thing to do.
Okay, yeah.
The referee's looking for about 6 seconds there, either a purposeful delay or any delay like that. Mm-hmm. And that was not the ball boys' fault. Their job is not to defend the end line. They've got the sidelines.
Yep. Ball back into play. Deep ball to Triplett. Triplett with an excellent touch working down. 2 touches. And we got 7 seconds remaining. And this is going to be St. Mary's win. Excellent job. We got 1 second. And the final score of tonight's contest in this regional semifinal game is 2-1. How exciting for St. Mary's, Ohio right now.
What a great game. It's been 10 years since they made it this far.
Yeah.
Right? And so now they get to move on. The Minutemen played an incredible game.
They did.
You saw the center of the field was was controlled very well by both teams. Different strategy from both teams.
Completely.
But the center of the field was controlled the entire game. And look at the results here. Rough Riders just a little bit harder, and that, as you mentioned before, it only takes a little bit. They gave Burt just a little bit, and he took what they gave him.
He took the opportunity, and he made it count. Yes, and I want to say very nice job, excellent game that we saw here. Take a moment for the seniors, both the teams, just to take this all in. So thank you to all of your dedication to this wonderful sport. And Lance, any closing remarks that you would like to say here?
I tell you, we said it was a beautiful night. The stadium was very full. It was a great night for both teams. Super aggressive play. We saw the referees balanced the amount of aggression with how much that they were going to allow. So I don't have much else to add. Now I do have one thing. The boys up at BG, the 33 boys.
Yes.
Forgot to shout out to them. The boys at 325 North Enterprise, and they enjoyed a great contest. Not all Rough Rider fans with their WBL boys.
Yeah,
so I'm sure they're behind the Rough Riders tonight.
That's cool. Yeah, once again, this is a great moment here for Rider Sports. I'm very excited that we're able to move on. And we're now going to take this time. Oh, hey, we've got a camera here. So thank you all for tuning in. Greatly appreciate it. And we're going to take this time to thank our sponsors one more.
One Professional's Real Estate always goes the extra mile. Besides listing and selling, they offer free use of their moving van and a free interior design consultation to their customers. Plus One Professionals, going the extra mile.
And speaking of great teams, St. Mary's Foundry would like to thank its very own team of hardworking employees for their loyalty and dedication. If you're looking for rewarding challenges and first-string wages and benefits, check us out at stmfoundry.com or on hometownopportunities.com. St. Mary's Foundry, where iron and ingenuity meet.
At Schaff Auto Sales in St. Mary's, we have vehicles that fit your everyday life, like sports, appointments, vacations, or any other occasion. So before you buy, give us a try. Come see Aaron High, the car guy, at Schaff Auto Sales.
Laura Yelton State Farm, servicing the St. Mary's area since 1989. With your life, home, and auto insurance needs. Call or stop in today and see Laura or Logan Yelton for a free quote. Go Rough Riders!
Do you find yourself faced with injustice or confronted with a legal matter that you need help resolving? If so, call attorney David Walbacher at 216-225-9181. That's attorney David Walbacher for all your legal needs.
Kogi Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning has brought the best in comfort control and plumbing services to the St. Mary's area for over 57 years. Kogi's takes pride in identifying heating, plumbing, and air conditioning solutions which stand out from the rest. Give Kogi's a call today. Kogi Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, a name you can trust.
St. Mary's Eagles 767 is dedicated to promoting the general welfare of the citizens of St. Mary's by giving special attention to public improvements. They are also committed to helping meet the public needs in all that relates to the betterment, convenience, and comforts of the citizens of St. Mary's. For more information